Hi guys, and welcome back to yet another side quest in Hogwarts Mystery. We're gonna do upping the game. Convince Murphy to let you coach him. I thought we already done that during the Quidditch chapters. I see everyone coordinated the ropes again today. Oh no, what are Wrath and Murphy arguing about? They called it the Great Hall, but what's so great about it? You don't mean that, Wrath. I'm going to be the best commentator this sport has ever seen. Sure, Magnolia, if you say so. I do say so. You will see. There is a, what, 98.3 chance? Just another made-up meaningless statistic. What was that all about, Murphy? Ravenclaw's Starbeat just hit me square in the chest with a bludger. Wrath did what? Alright, maybe not a literal bludger, but it may as well have been. What happened? Wrath insulted my Quidditch commentating abilities during the last friendly. She thinks I'm repetitive and rote, lackluster and lethargic, uninspired and unoriginal. Blimey, hold on, Murphy. I can't. She accused me of hiding behind statistics and figures, and worst of all, being out of touch with the heart of sport. Wrath said all of this because honestly she isn't known for being very wordy. Well, not exactly, but she did say my commentary is irritating and tiresome. Knowing what she really meant, nothing gets past me. It's what makes me a great commentator, or so I thought. I don't like seeing you so down, Murphy. But what do you think of my commentating, Timberly? Do you agree with Wrath that it's irritating and tiresome? Yeah, I actually don't agree because I think he is actually a great commentator. I don't agree with Wrath at all. It's top notch and as crackling as ever. I appreciate that, Timberly, but I can't ignore the opinion of one of Hogwarts' top Quidditch players. If something is bothering Wrath, then it's bothering me. She may just be upset you secretly root for Hufflepuff and wanted to get under your skin. You may be right, but I can't return to the commentary box until I know I'm at my best. Darren O'Hare didn't create the Hawk's Head formation by settling for mediocrity. Good point. But who's Darren O'Hare? He was a famous Quidditch captain who inspired his team and led them to greatness. Perhaps that's what I need. Someone to lead me to the greatness. That's brilliant, and I know just the witch for the job. Me. I know you're good out on the pitch, Timberly, but I'm not sure you're right for this task. Although I certainly like the enthusiasm. You're reminding me of me. That's because I want to help. But I see you hesitating. So why don't you let me prove my strategy over a game of wizard chess? That's brilliant. Let's play. I wish they had added like a mini game so we could actually play chess here, but yeah. Well done, Timberly. Of course I still won, but your strategy was quite impressive. You continued to surprise me. Does that mean I can help you become the best commentator you can be? Yes, it does. You convinced me you're just the person for the job. Together we will have 93.7 chance of success. Brilliant. I like those thoughts. Now it's time we get to work. I hope you're ready to take this top-notch commentator to the next level. I'm ready, Murphy, but don't forget that I'm the coach now. Then what's your first move, coach? Just like a seeker performing the Vronsky feint, it's time to plunge headfirst into some books. Promise this book came with ripped pages. Oh great, it's Murphy. Pins will be thrilled once he starts shouting. Is Murphy searching for a book and proper commentating? Calm down now, you're way too mad. How am I supposed to improve my commentating with Wrath looming in the shadows? Yeah, literally, she's right there. Forget about her, Murphy. We're here to remind you of the game you love. I will have you back in the booth in no time and better than ever. Brilliant, Coach Ironclaw. Careful, Murphy. Let's not get removed from the library before we can do what we came here to do. Well then, Coach, what are we here to do? Will we be studying all these young wizards and witches as they swiftly skim books? Acutely noting their every page turn and stroke of the quill. No, Murphy, believe it or not, we are in the library to do some reading. I want you to study up on Quidditch history. This will help reignite your Quidditch commentating fire. You know who you're talking to, right? I'm an expert on Quidditch history. I'm well aware, but you never know what new details and interesting tidbits you might discover. You're right, Kimberly. It never hurts to give Quidditch through the ages another read. Just in case I miss an arcane Quidditch move or two in my first 78 reads. Alright then, let's review this book and see what the new things we can learn. What do you think, Murphy? Feeling refreshed and newly inspired on new Quidditch history? What do you think, Murphy? Feeling refreshed and newly inspired on new Quidditch history? I am indeed, Timberley. The story of the legendary seeker Roderick Plumpton is an especially inspiring one. He famously looked what is snipped after only 3.5 seconds. Of course, many believe it to have been a fluke, with Plumpton's sleeve being the true hero. Or what I had give to have been in the commentary box for that moment. I love the passion, Murphy, but like Plumpton may or may not have done, let's not lose sight of the task at hand. This is only the first step in Murphy McNally's quest to be the best he can be. What's next, coach? Next? Right, next. Timberley, are you making this up as you go? You bet I am. Believe it or not, this is my first time coaching a Quidditch commentator, and I didn't exactly have a plan in place. Brilliant point, and that will allow us to adapt based on my progress. Exactly. Brilliant observation, Murphy. It's like a chaser having to break formation to dodge a bludger, or a seeker needing to suddenly change course. Alright, Murphy. Or Peter having to. Murphy McNally, how many times do I have to tell you to keep your voice down? Well, this was inevitable. Sorry, Mother Pins, keeping my voice down is exactly my strong suit. In fact, I have trouble controlling it at all. Then may I suggest you go somewhere and learn to do just that. That's it, Murphy. I know what we should do next. You need to learn voice control, especially how to project your voice even further while announcing Quidditch. Blimey, Timberley, that sounds like a dream come true. Then let's head to the Charms classroom where you can shout as much as you want. It's the next step in your training. Unless there's a class going on in there. Okay, here we are in the Charms classroom. Hello, Professor. Murphy and I come to you with a request for your Charms expertise. A very urgent request, Professor. Urgent? Is a student trapped in a trunk and in need of the box blasting charm? Does a raging fire need to be put out by Aquerocto? Not exactly. Oh. Then there must be a broken ancient artifact and is a well-cast mending charm. That's not it either, Professor. Well, then what do you two need? I need to learn how to shout like a champion. Merlin's beard, you came to me to learn how to shout? What Murphy means to say is that we were hoping you could teach us the amplifying charm. Right, of course, the amplifying charm. Brilliant. What do you want to learn? Why do you want to learn Sonorous? It can be quite an annoying pest of a charm if used in the wrong settings. Murphy has decided to improve his already amazing Quidditch commentating and came to me for help. There's nothing more important for a commentator than the crowd hearing your every word. But as I recall, Mr. McNally is already quite skilled at projecting his voice. Aren't you concerned the amplifying charm will make him too loud? No, I'm not worried this will make Murphy too loud, because a commentator could never be too loud. Perhaps not in a commentary box, but in a classroom, or Hogsmeade, or the bathroom, or the... Don't worry, Professor, I will only use Sonorous when it's appropriate. Very well, I will teach you both the amplifying charm. But if I catch either of you using Sonorous after hours, the next spell you will learn will be Silencio. I would never risk a Silencio job. And let's begin. There it is, the amplifying charm. This will allow you to project your voice across vast spaces. Thank you, Professor. Perhaps we can give it a try? Yes, I believe you're ready. Brilliant. Now for the fun part. Oh Jesus, this is a... That was a complicated... Okay, Sonorous. Hello? Do I sound louder? It's working. I think that will be enough, you two. We've done it, Timberley. Now my voice will carry across the Quidditch pitch like a quaffle in the hands of the Wigtown Wanderers. Brilliant, I can't wait to see you at your loudest. Well, as I said, do not let me catch you two using the charm out of turn. Have no fear, Professor, the amplifying charm is in safe hands. Or safe voices, rather. If you say so, McNally. Good luck in the rest of your training. Right, my training. Now that we have covered the volume, I think I know what we should cover next, Murphy. What will it be, Coach? Speed. Quidditch is a fast sport and your announcing needs to keep up. That's true, no commentator's arsenal is complete without being able to whip up a fast-tongued singer. And I know the perfect person to help. Penny Haywood. Really? You mean we're gonna, like, make a potion or something? Oh, the wrong one, sorry. Brew babbling beverage. Huh. Doesn't that make you babble like nonsense? Thanks for meeting us, Penny. Yes, thanks, Penny. I can't wait to start whatever it is we're about to do. Timberly told me you're looking to speed up your Quidditch commentating. So we're going to brew a babbling beverage. The babbling beverage? When I last experimented with that, it made me spew nonsense uncontrollably. Yep, that's the babbling beverage for you. It will have you babbling nonsense in no time. I love a good nonsense babble as much as the next person, but are we sure this is the right potion? When I'm in the commentary box, I need to be crystal clear with my high-quality quips. There's no time for nonsense as chasers fly by at lightning speeds. Don't worry, we will only use the potion to loosen up your tongue and unlock your full, fast-talking potential. You will get a sense of what it's like to perfectly initiate the high velocities. Exactly, this is like a voice exercise, Murphy. And I'm certainly not suggesting you to take the babbling beverage before a match. Well, I definitely trust your judgment, coach. Sounds like this will be the perfect exercise to improve my commentating. Great, then let's begin brewing the babbling beverage. Are we ready to speak some nonsense? Yes, I am not. What? Sorry, just getting a head start. Top marks for spirit, Murphy. Lower marks for humor. Now let's drink up. I didn't know everyone were gonna drink. Working, work, how do we know? Working, whacking, tagging. Oh God. Quidditch, Quidditch, quaffle. Quidditch, quaffle, quibbler, fibbler, fibble, fabble. Babbling, babble, sabble, babble, jabble.
Huh?
Babble, people, babble, bubble, bubbling beverage. I think it's wearing off. Yes, words are starting to be words again. Well, there you go, Murphy. That's babbling beverage. How do you feel? I feel like I can talk faster than ever. And looser, even. Almost as if my old voice were locked up in Azkaban and now it's free. Splendid. It seems like Timberly's experiment worked. It has indeed. Another unconventional but successful training exercise from Coach Ironclaw. Sounds like the training has been progressing well. I think so, but what do you think, Coach? Is my training on schedule? Well, no, you're not on schedule, Murphy, because there is no schedule. You will know you're ready when the time comes. Good point, Coach. I do hope that time comes soon, though. I'm eager to get back in the commentary box. I bet you are, but first, we need to think of your next training exercise. Why don't you think of your training like brewing a potion? The missing exercise is just a missing ingredient. That's brilliant, Penny. I suppose you would just need to figure out what the missing ingredient is. Well, we started with some Quidditch history, then added in amplifying charm and babbling beverage. That's right. I sharpened my voice, so now I need to sharpen my... oh, I know. Sight. You should work on your visual acuity next. Then the potion, your training should be complete. Brilliant. And I know the perfect way to hone your visual skills, but to do so we're going to need to find a swarm of pixies. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, he is helping us. Huh. The magical creatures of this training session is sure to be a thrill. It will be fun, but remember to stay focused, Murphy, because it will also be challenging. Of course. And that's why I've asked Barnaby to help us. He's a good friend and I heard he has a knack for magical creatures. Timberly heard right. Creatures are one of my many areas of expertise, which is why I jumped like a pumpkin at the chance to help a friend with some creatures. Well, I certainly appreciate the help, Barnaby, and I'd love to know your other areas of expertise. I think we can say that for another dueling for one. I'm the best at Hogwarts. If we could focus. Right, focus on... It's also one of my areas of Was that a centaur? A centaur? No, I don't think so. How sure are you? Oh no. I'd say 67.7%? No, 83.2%. How unsure are you? 16.8. Murphy, you'd be 100% sure if your visual acuity was finely tuned, which, which is exactly why we're here. Fair point, coach. Now, what's the plan? We are going pixie spotting. Butterby is going to release a swarm of pixies, and you will track their chaotic flight patterns and mischievous behavior with your best color commentary. Blimey, Timberlake, this sounds challenging, but I suppose it's the closest thing to tracking a Quidditch player zipping around the pitch. Precisely. Remember to keep your eyes sharp and stay focused. Well done, Murphy. You followed the action, sounded clear, made some great quips about those pixies. Thanks, coach. I think I could commentate pixie flying all day. Good thing you had me here to make sure it didn't fly away. It's harder than it looks. Unless you think it looks hard, in which case you'd be correct. We couldn't have done it without you, Barnaby. Now that I have completed the pixie spotting, I think I'm ready to get back in the commentary box. Do you think you're ready, or do you know you're ready? I'm 99.1% sure I'm ready. I think that's close as we're going to get. I'd say you're ready for the real thing. Brilliant. This really has been a great day of training, coach. Yes, it has. The amplifying charm, babbling beverage, and pixie spotting were all are no match for you. Don't forget about a review of Quidditch history. That goes without saying. Well then, besides Quidditch history, which exercise do you think I was best at? I think you were the best at pixie spotting. I've never seen anyone track pixies as well as you. Thanks, coach. The voice exercise prepared me well for those pixies. It's great to see that you are responding so well to the training, Murphy. Now it's time to put your newly honed skills to the test and commentate. Okay, it's time. Murphy seems even more enthusiastic than usual. Is Raspberry glaring at me? I will never get tired of this view. I have no idea why there is no music. Coach Ironclaw, you made it. I wouldn't miss your grand return to the commentary box, Murphy. And I think it's safer for you to stop calling me coach now. If you say so, Timberly. But only because to me you will always be coach. You got me here. You did the work, Murphy. I just helped show you the way. Well, you're in for a good one today. Even though this is just a friendly go to shock the stadium like a Swedish short stout. The commentary will be the loudest, clearest, quickest, and most captivating this school has ever seen. It's great to see you back in the true form, Murphy. This commentary box is where you belong. You had trouble seeing it for a while, but you're back. How does it feel? It feels... It gets even more awkward when there is no music, but I probably put in some music. Well, I was feeling quite good a minute ago. Murphy, don't let wrath get in your head. Too late. I set out to prove her wrong, but what if after all this hard work you end up proving her right? There is your mistake, Murphy. Where? Where? Am I already already? Am I already missing the things before the match even begins? No, Murphy. Your mistake is that this was never about proving anything to Wrath. It wasn't? No, this was about proving to yourself that you are a brilliant commentator worthy of any Quidditch match. I suppose I wasn't looking at it that way. But I'm still concerned the training exercise may not have been enough. You're right, Murphy. They weren't enough. They weren't? No, not on their own. You can train your voice with as many clever tricks as you like, but those can't replace heart and instinct. And that's exactly why you're the best. Then, but then why did we go through all those exercises? Because now there's no forgotten Quidditch fact, loud stadium, tongue twister, or chaotic frenzy that will get in the way of all that heart and instinct. This is why I don't want to stop calling you coach. Forget about me. This is about you and your love for the game. Now let's show them what you're made of, Magnoli. And there it is, a sudden cease of the stage from I don't know where. This was truly a Quidditch friendly for the ages. If it weren't the great Murphy McNally, might just be speechless. You were brilliant, Murphy. Thanks, coach. I really was, wasn't I? The way you were commentating on the match made it friendly as exciting as the Quidditch World Cup. All thanks to your great coaching. Thanks, Murphy, but you did this, not me. I know where to give credit when credit's due, and I couldn't have gotten over my issues with wrath if you didn't help me. In fact, you were so good I think you should coach again. Is that something you want to do, Timberly? I don't know. Like, in my opinion, no. But MC is a bit more confident and, like, out there, so... absolutely I would. I didn't scare you off with all my enthusiasm. Not quite, Murphy. This was a great experience, and I'd be lucky to have another like it. Well, I owe it all to you, Timberly. This wouldn't have been possible without your guidance and friendship. And I'm 100% sure about that.
Helping others is its own reward.
Quest complete, upping the game. So now we're done with that little side quest, and I leveled up. How awesome. How awesome. But yeah, that was it for today's video. One little quest, one video. So thank you so much for following me on this journey, on all the side quests and everything. Everything is linked down below in case you're like interested in seeing my reactions to some other side quests, or like the main story or time limited side quest. Everything is linked down below in our playlist, so go check that out. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to see more content from me, I suggest to subscribe, and I hope we see each other for my next video. Bye guys.